we're just 24 hours from Wrestlepalooza, and we got Stephanie Becker versus Io Sky, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes, The Vision versus the Usos, which Bronson and Bronson Reed versus Jimmy and Jay, uh, Cena versus Lesnar, and what was it? Oh, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. So I think I'm gonna start with the ladies. They say ladies first. I'm gonna start off with the ladies matches first. So as you know, these past couple of weeks, Io and has been beefing with her. Io and Stephanie McHugh have been having some conversations backstage these past couple weeks on Raw, and sometimes they say I'll see you at WrestlePalooza. Make sure you bring your A game. But Oscar keeps getting in the middle of everything, try to get uh Io away from Stephanie and everybody, and all I'm saying is that Io Sky snap at Oscar at some point. But I think Stephanie Vancouver might take it, but I believe Io might take this win. Next we have Drew McIntyre versus Cody. As you know, Cody's been out for a minute, and he's making movies for Street Fighter, and Drew has been acting like a true menace this year lately. And I think, in my opinion, I think he should win heel of the year because that's like way too easy. So, but I believe I think Drew needs to take this win. But if Cody wins, I'm fine with that too. But, but either way, it can go. It can go either way. But we'll see. Next, we have the Usos versus the Vision. With the Usos, I remember when Jimmy and Jay had a conversation backstage, and Jimmy said, "Last time I checked, they ain't no fire around your neck." And Jay was like, "We're gonna smash them all. We're gonna make them acknowledge." And I remember last time I went in that Raw, uh, Jay speared LA Knight. um, and stuff like that. And then the next night, and Jay started saving LA Knight after that. And then LA Knight attacked Jay, which is payback from before, and for a minute. But I'm sure he's been giving orders to Jay and say like, don't trust anybody but your family. And that's something in my gut is telling me I think Jay might be the tribal chief, but and Jimmy's like, so do not be like Roman. He said, and like Jimmy said, you don't sound like yourself right now. Now you're trying to sound like Roman. And to be honest, I agree with Jimmy. He does kind of sound like Roman. He's trying to sound like Roman at this point. But we'll see how this plays out. But I think, and with the Vision, yeah, I don't know what's with Bronson and Braun. They've been going crazy, and I'm not gonna lie to you. They're like the ultimate power trip, in my opinion. I'm just saying my opinion. You don't have to agree, but I'm just voicing my opinion on this. But I think the Usos might take this one because they've been a tag team for like years. So we'll see. All right, next we have CM Punk versus CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky. Um, First off, I'm happy to see AJ Lee back after a 10-year absence due to neck injuries, and CM Punk and Becky Lynch have been having conversations, and I'm sure, and Becky was begging CM Punk to bring AJ Lee back, and then he said, "I'll never." And CM Punk said, I never put my hands on a woman, but I have somebody who will." And Friday night on SmackDown, or this on the night SmackDown before, uh, that's when AJ Lee came back, and she started talking about mental health, and which is important. And I'm glad she did that. And I think the last one, on SmackDown, uh, CM Punk and AJ Lee and Seth Rollins and Becky had their confrontation, and this things just started to get wicked. But I think CM Punk and AJ Lee might take this one right here, in my opinion. But we'll see how it plays out. We'll see. Uh, and next we have Cena. Sorry. Next we have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Uh, First off, I want to say thank you, Cena, for the last 25 years of your dedication to the WWE, and with Brock Lesnar, I just think that I don't know. They've been battling each other for years, which goes back to like 2002 during their days in OVW, in the early days on SmackDown, and Brock Lesnar left after that, which made John Cena the top star in WWE, and then if Brock Lesnar would have stayed, I'm sure Lesnar would have been number one. But there's no telling. I think Cena might take this one. Cena might take this one. I'm praying for it, but we'll see how that goes. But my prediction is Cena might take this one by, I don't know if it's by interference. I don't know if it's by interference, if it's by count out or disqualification. But we'll see how that goes. So let me know how this goes, and I'll see you guys for Wrestlepalooza. So thank you for joining me.